Welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. Newcastle have just beaten Leicester by 1-0. This video is sponsored by OneFootball. Almost couldn't get my words out there because Newcastle have won away on a Friday night. The link will be in the description for OneFootball. Fantastic app. Download it, please. Kyle, this is the player ratings video. I'm going to start with Martin Dubravka.
To be honest, mate, he didn't have much to do, did he? Like he fluffed these lines a couple of times there. I think Harvey Barnes put it straight at him and he swayed it to his right, but he took his cross as well. His distribution was okay. Well, I'll give him a 7, mate. Solid 7.
Javier Manquillo, was it?
This is the shock of the night, this one. Good luck.
It's the right wing back. We've got some intruder behind us. I don't know what he's going to do.
Carry on.
We're just touching about Javier Manquillo. Came in for DeAndre Yedlin. We'll touch more about that particular argument in the review. But I thought, apart from the first 10 minutes, I thought he looked a bit shaky, a bit nervous. I thought he was outstanding. I thought he was really, really good defensively. Attacking wise,
shout out to him, because honestly, man, we were a bit like, we were saying in the car, him and Yedlin, it's who's less shit. So it's a case of he showed up big time the night, and fair play to him. I'll give him his due. The night played really well.
And I think attack wise doesn't really offer you a lot, but defensively is why Rafa's brought him in. Yeah. And I'm going to give Javier Manquillo a 9 out of 10 today, and I never thought I'd say that after a Newcastle win.
I think I'd say that this season, especially with Paul's rants on him. And anyway,
we'll touch on about another Paul, and that's Paul Dummett. I'll give you the pleasure of rating him tonight.
I thought he did all right. He was very solid. Not much got past him. Even when Ritchie was a bit too far forward and he got caught out, Dummett was very solid. Give him an 8. Very solid 8. Played really well, Dummett.
Jamaal Lascelles again. Jamie Vardy had one chance. Didn't score. I think it was a fantastic job, well done by Jamaal Lascelles today. You know exactly what you're going to get from Jamaal Lascelles. Gets his head in where he needs to. He can break up the play. Defensively, he's the leader, and when he plays like that, that is why people will say, England call it, will say move for a bigger club, like a top 4 club. And I think that is why Jamaal Lascelles for me is getting another 9 out of 10 performance. Fabian Schar, Kyle, he had a fantastic run in the second half. I thought he was going to do another Cardiff goal.
Again, like Dummett, mate, he was solid. He was just so on point. His passing was on point today. He had one misplaced pass in the whole game, but honestly, mate, he was absolutely brilliant. What should I rate him? I think I'll give him the same as Dummett, because I don't think he played any better than Dummett, so I'll give him an 8. Solid 8.
Matt Ritchie, he puts a hell of a shift in.
Oh, that assist. An assist. They're linking him away for Ryan Fraser. Are they taking the piss?
Ryan Fraser's had an excellent season for Bournemouth, but I wouldn't stop cashing Matt Ritchie for him. Ritchie does a great job for you, and I know he could be getting more assists, could be getting more goals, but you've got to rate him on tonight, and what he did tonight, he was absolutely brilliant, and you can hear Toon in the car. Matt Ritchie was brilliant again. I'm going to go 8 out of 10. I thought he was brilliant. A fantastic cross for the goal as well.
I'll give him a 9 for his assist. Cracking.
8.5. Going in the midfield, I'll let you start with Sung-Yueng. That's the first I can remember.
You know what it is, mate. We weren't happy that he was starting. Let's be honest, we weren't happy. We wanted Shelvey to start the game. It was clear. Me, Lee, you thought that. Even Paul and Mark in the chat thought, Shelvey should start. But oh my God, he showed the Sung-Yueng of old in early in the season. Absolutely brilliant. So calm and composed on the ball. I'd give him a 9, mate. He was absolutely brilliant.
Next to him was Isaac Hayden, and I think just as good. Good.
Fantastic again.
For me, Rob. He was Rob. Yeah, no, I don't know why I just called you Rob there. Yeah, Kyle, he was brilliant.
Fun at all.
No, for me, Isaac Hayden, he just put his foot in when he needed to. He made hard work for Maddison and Tielemans. Tielemans was very quiet for Leicester today. Yeah. And I think that's why Isaac Hayden has to get a top mark for Newcastle today. I think I'm going to go 9 out of 10. A lot of 9 out of 10s for me.
Solid 9.
And a win away from home, and that is why Newcastle and me and Kyle and everybody's just so happy, because we want to see performances like that today. I think he epitomised that today. Yeah. I'll let you go with Miggy Almiron.
You've done this on purpose, because Mark, as we know,
we've mentioned that. Well, just touch about how good you think he played today.
I think he was phenomenal, mate. Honestly, he brought up the field. He was a focal point. I give him an 8 out of 10. I don't think he was as good as Perez or Rondon, but he's solid 8 out of 10.
I'll go with the goal scorer, Jose Perez. From September to December, August to December, people were saying, how's he getting in this team? But since January, he's been shutting up the critics, and for me, you know, you've got to say, what a header. You know, we've touched about it in Kyle's fan cam. Watch that. That'll be in the next few videos for tonight. But it's so much more difficult to get a header front post, and Schmeichel had absolutely no chance, but he runs off Wes Morgan, and it's a fantastic finish. Got man of the match from Sky Sports, because he, to be fair, he could have had another couple, to be honest with you, Kyle, couldn't he?
He got in between the lines really well, and I touched on it in the preview. For to have any chance to get in behind with Perez and Almiron's place, and we did that really well. Perez, he sorted Morgan right out, didn't he? He's a good defender, Morgan, but he's pissed slow, and Perez beat him time and again, and even for the goal he beat him in the air, so you know, it's brilliant from him.
I think it was the perfect performance by Jose Perez, and I'm going to go 10 out of 10 for the goal scorer, for the match winner. And finally, in the starting 11 was the big, beautiful man. Salomon Rondon. Do you know what it is? I think he pushes Jose Perez all the way for man of the match tonight.
You know what? I think we'll say in the preview that Rondon might struggle in the air against Maguire and Morgan, because it's kind of their forte, the route one pass, but he handled them so well, didn't he? He thrived on the physical battle.
So unlucky with the free kick as well.
Towards the end of the game, he was playing left back and not getting the tackles in. Honestly, fantastic, mate. I'll give him an 8. He was absolutely.
I would have given him more than that.
We'll give him an 8. I will give him a 9 then.
I was going to even go 10. I thought he was that good, and his hold-up play was so good.
He didn't. I mean, he had that shot in the first half, which nearly hit the corner flag.
That was a clearance, mate. That was a clearance.
It was a clearance. Right, it was a clearance. I'll have that. So, if one football, if you watch it, don't count it as a shot. Count it as a clearance.
Right, stick with 8.
I'll go with 9 if one is over.
Get in. Number 9 for the number 9 as well. First substitution for Newcastle was Christian Atsu?
Yeah, Atsu.
Yeah, Christian Atsu. It's difficult to give him a mark, but he did the job that Rafa asked him.
He came on and did well. I'll give him a 7.
Yeah, we'll go 7, because you know what he did well. He obviously got us up the pitch.
If he picked his head up a little bit, he could have had an assist or a goal tonight.
Yeah, definitely. A bit lucky, but defensively did the job for Newcastle. Miggy Almiron wasn't on long enough. I'm going to go non-applicable for him.
He did alright. He came on and got a couple of tackles in, broke up play like he needed to, won a couple of headers, a couple of dodgy fouls, but you know what, it's fair enough. Non-applicable.
And now Rafa Benitez. I think this is the easiest 10 out of well, you're going 11. I'm going 10 out of 10. That was the easiest 10 out of 10. There was talks about Brendan Rodgers in the press this week that he'd have actually liked to have the Newcastle job. If it's between him and Rafa Benitez, I know him, I'm having the Northern Irishman.
Yeah, definitely.
Tactically, what a performance by Rafa Benitez. You know, yes, Newcastle don't get a lot of credit with playing 5 at the back, but at the end of the day, what was the final score? Leicester City 0, Newcastle United 1. Puts us 3 points closer to safety, and I think he made, like, you talk about Leicester's attacking threats, Kyle. Tielemans, Vardy, Barnes, Gray.
We just nullified them, didn't we? Yeah. I mean, I thought Maddison was tough to handle, but other than him and Chilwell, I thought we nullified every threat that they had. It was just bar one Vardy chance. Nout, mate. Honestly, we could be still playing now and they wouldn't have anything.
Jamie Vardy will not be having a party tonight. It'll be all the Newcastle fans, all the travelling Newcastle fans who will be having a party tonight after Newcastle are celebrating after a 1-0 win over Leicester. Like and subscribe to Newcastle Fans TV. Get your comments below. Who's your man of the match? Who would you have rated 10 out of 10 tonight? And we'll see you at the Southampton game next week.